$3,000 fee up front for that, too. So, but there has not been any funds distributed to Miss Sell as of yet. So.
All right. Motion and seconds on the table to withdraw retirement distribution from the resolution. I believe we've discussed this quite a bit. So we call for a roll call vote on this.
Mr. Pownell?
This is just the amendment of removing it. Then we'll go back and talk about the ordinance. I did. Okay.
Dr. Kirkpatrick?
Yes.
Ms. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. DeVito?
No.
Mr. Berry?
No.
Ms. Balance?
Yes.
Two noes, 4 yeses.
All right. The retirement distribution is removed from. Now we'll go back to the original motion to adopt the ordinance. Yeah, let's restate the motion.
Read the resolution as amended.
Can you give it a number?
Give it a number. Excuse me.
First time. I'm sorry.
It's a working process.
Resolution 574.
Okay, motion's been made to add number 574 to the resolution. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the amended resolution? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed?
No.
So we'll have a new number. Can you do some math, Butch? Do you have your calculator?
No, there was.
Everything else stays the same?
Okay.
Very good. Thank you. Resolution 574, a resolution amending the adopted 2011 budgets for the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Whereas the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas has made a comprehensive study and review of the current budget, and whereas, in the opinion of the City Council, the 2011 fiscal budget should be amended to reflect the following changes in both revenue and expenditure budgetary amounts as set forth hereafter. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, Section 1. This resolution shall be known as the 2011 Budget Amendment Resolution for the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, for the 12-month period beginning January 1, 2011, ending December 31, 2011. And the attached documents present revisions to estimates for revenues and expenditures for the period. All revenues and appropriations are based on estimated revenues, and all estimates are subject to change during the budgetary period. Section 2. The amounts for revenues and expenditures proposed in this 2011 amended budget are hereby authorized and appropriated for the purpose set forth the calendar year ending December 31, 2011. The amendments are as follows. 01, the general fund revenues. 01004122, reimbursement of,
Western Carroll County Ambulance District.
thank you, Western Carroll County Ambulance District, an increase of $18,227. Expenses, 01005720, transfer out to parks, an increase of $6,735. 01005722, auditorium utilities, an increase of $20,000. 01005724 auditorium expense, an increase of $30,000. 01005727 auditorium insurance, increase $6,300. 01005712 transfer out general capital, a decrease of $82,450. 01005790 Mayor's Arts Council expense, an increase of $2,142. 01105541 insurance property, an increase of $429. 01145544 insurance acts and omissions, a decrease of $363. 12, the general fund capital expenses, 12004115, a transfer in, a decrease of $82,450. Passed and approved by the City Council of Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Oh, that's later.
Any other questions? Right.
It's done once it's read.
Yeah, it's done. Mr. Pownell?
I make a motion that the appropriate, and I don't know which the appropriate is, mayor/city attorney expeditiously request a determination from the municipal league so we aren't negligent in our concern for the right answer. There's no penalty intended. Make that as a motion.
Second.
Motion been made. Did I hear a second? Mr. DeVito seconded. Any discussion on it? Mr. Berry?
Yeah, again, I'm not sure I understand the motion.
That the mayor/city attorney, whomever the proper individual would be, request a determination of the retirement eligibility with all facts provided to the Arkansas Municipal League expeditiously for their determination.
Yeah. Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. So it shall be done. All right. Number 2 on unfinished business is discussion of proposal to establish Auditorium Commission. Hear a motion?
Move to assign this ordinance a number and place it on its first reading.
Second.
Is there a second? Mr. Berry seconded. Any discussion on this one? Will you get us a number for this one? The Auditorium Commission? That was part of his motion.
Discussion.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I
discussion's
have
open. Anybody wants to
that.
talk about it? Mr. Pownell?
Well, unfortunately, I was in the back row the last time that this was discussed, and I haven't seen a whole lot of support for jumping in and creating another commission in Eureka Springs right away without knowing for sure what it's going to do, because we were given an awful lot of papers that were created by the last council and the city clerk saying why and wherefore all these councils and the commissions were in performing arts were done away with. And I would go back with the suggestion of, as was mentioned at this table previously, doing not a study, because that becomes a word that people in this town do not like, is have this put under an existing commission, planning, HDC, to determine validity of future use, expense, what's going to happen. It's a historic facility. HDC would be a good one. Give it to Bruce for parks, I don't know. But our planning, as far as that way you can draw the expertise outside of the way this is going to be written. Again, it's another commission where only the citizens, electors, can be on the commission, where if it's a committee under either HDC or planning, they could be outside of the area but have an interest in the auditorium, that live out in the country or whatever the case might be, and be able to be on this committee and give them a short leash to come up and determine is this the way we want to go or is it not? And let's not draw it out for more than 3 months. Say, okay, here it is. That way we haven't created another commission that we're trying to get people to get active in, and they're limited to Eureka Springs. Because I know there are people out there that want and care about the auditorium, that live outside the city limits, that would like to be able to have input, help guide, and give information that they know, expertise, whatever the case might be, on the auditorium, that could not do so other than as a comment section under a commission meeting.
Ms. Alexander, you had your hand up.
From my viewpoint and experience, and with the many changes I see happening right now within the CAPC, I know they've given over the auditorium. They don't want the responsibility. I still feel that it should be their responsibility for now, even if they do make it a satellite. Maybe not a commission so much as a committee with some power to it, but bringing in some people from the district. Again, I agree with Ken here that we need some outside influence in town, new blood, new ideas coming in to see what they can do with the building itself. We've worked it many, many ways for many years now, and things work for a while, then they fall through for one reason or another, who knows. I think we've just got to start at the bottom again and build it back up. And the bottom's going to start with it being under the leadership of the CAPC. And then the CAPC then can set up its own, if it wants an auditorium commission, let them do it. They're dealing with funds right now that are committed to the auditorium still. They've got training and knowledge for running the building that we don't have at this table. So no matter what we did, we would have to send that commission to them. Why aren't they leading that commission or committee? I believe it should be a committee at this point. But
Anything else? Okay, thank you, ma'am. Mr. DeVito?
Just addressing a couple of Councilperson Alexander's points. The CAPC doesn't have the authority to form a commission. That's the purview of the City Council.
that's my committee.
The auditorium probably did its best when we did have an auditorium commission. It's only been in the last decade or so that we switched from having a commission to having it fall under the auspices of the CAPC. And the CAPC has relinquished all its authority regarding the auditorium in the past year. Addressing Mr. Pownell's comments as to a commission restricting input from outside of the community, that's not true, because any commission would be remiss in not availing itself of anybody that's interested in the auditorium as the treasure that it truly is to the city. What has changed since we did have an auditorium commission is that through the CDP and matching grants from the city and the CAPC, we've put well over $500,000 into the auditorium and brought it up to a level that we've wanted to do for a number of years.